Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. There has been massive accumulation by whales, and I'm just saying that they tend to behave differently than the dumb money, the typical retail speculators out there, so you might want to read out the alligator in terms of whale activity and XRP couple metrics. As a result, they have been stockpiling, and we have also witnessed significantly larger transactions from those splotchy splashy whales getting aquatic AF. Therefore we have also been sending an update increase for Bitcoin whales. The smart money, the whales, only act this way at certain times, and you never see them fear of missing out, FOMO, into positions. You know, recently it's been fun in crypto, a lot more so than it was throughout the summer, when crypto values were generally heading downwards, Bitcoin, XRP, etc. But it's been from fun recently. But this is just the quiet before the storm. Things are about to get totally out of hand. But before we go any further, let me make it perfectly clear that I am not a financial expert and am not giving any sort of financial advice. And you know that you shouldn't make any financial decisions based on what I say, right? I'm merely a hobbyist who likes to share his knowledge on crypto-related issues through YouTube videos. But for fun, and in case you're curious, I'm recording this at 9:35 p.m. Central Time in the Great American Midwest, where I currently reside. That would be Sunday, November 19th. XRP, at 62.7 cents, but it was temporarily above 63 cents. At $37,320, Crypto Fear and Greed Index, 69, you can purchase 1 Bitcoin. So it's no surprise that market participants have been reporting an uptick in happiness as of late. And I thought I'd let you know this, because the price always does what it does, and so there's always an opportunity to ride it. Yes, there are instances when you need to uncover the news that will affect the direction of your asset, be it XRP, Bitcoin, or something else. But I think most of the time, it's simply the speculators doing foolish things. As a result, the direction of the price is linked to whatever news is most relevant at the time. Well, that settles it, my fellow XRP YouTuber and blockchain supporter wrote, insert Bitcoin's news here, just 2 days ago. And now, just a few days later, Bitcoin has been on the rise, especially today, with the prevailing explanation being that it's due to an upcoming election. From what I can see, Argentine President Javier Milei, if I have his name right, intends to replace the peso with the US dollar and shut down the central bank, as evidenced by the following report from Observer Expert. This is really fascinating to me. It has been hypothesized that the news is simply reflecting the norm in this area. Yes, this guy said some very pro-Bitcoin things, and I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy that anyone's pro-Bitcoin. But even if the news breaking actually did perfectly coincide with an uptick in the price action of Bitcoin today, I gotta tell you, that would still be just completely absurd. In any case, the Argentine peso is being discussed for replacement with the US currency once more. Meanwhile, Argentine peso inflation has been out of control for well over 5 years now. In 2017, I had recently begun dabbling in cryptocurrency, and I recall viewing an interview featuring Brad Garland in his house on stage with someone else, which at the time would have been groundbreaking. The cost of having Nostro Vostro accounts can skyrocket if inflation gets out of hand, and he was talking about that and other forms of instantaneous liquidity. The fact that he mentioned the Argentine peso in particular struck out to me. So, it's like, yeah, so if you need to deal here and through the correspondent banking system and you've got no store accounts the world over, and your money is held in Argentine pesos, which have seen galloping inflation, you're losing a lot of value, right? That's just one example that exemplifies how XRP could be useful, but it shows what I mean. However, the Bitcoin proponent was relieved to discover that it was still fine. But if this is genuinely something that prompted people in the world of crypto to feel very positive tonight on Bitcoin, I just think it's absurd, because there's nothing new in place, nothing has actually changed. So maybe it's just another case of because the blockchain banker said right. Here's some news story about Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin US dollar chart posted by trustworthy crypto chart specialists. That was this morning, by the way. Bitcoin was preparing for its huge move all weekend by coiling. The most likely path that price action will take in the near future is outlined here. In theory, we could move below the green line and nothing would happen. However, that's the first place where things start to go south. Places I anticipate purchasers will step in. In case you missed it, the green box on the screen denotes a certain price range that he is referring to. So it'd be someplace in the vicinity of the top 35,000s. Let's find out whether that's where we're headed. Still, he doesn't think that's the most likely scenario, and even if it did or does happen, it wouldn't be a major concern. More recent information I obtained comes from this evening at 2 p.m. Central Time, my time, and a trustworthy crypto writer who predicted that a local uptrend will begin to build once Bitcoin approached $40,000. That was, once again, some hours ago, and a lot has transpired in that time. The price has skyrocketed. This was the most recent update he had as of 5:28 p.m. Central Time. And he wrote the following. I mentioned that I didn't think the fifth Bitcoin subwave had finished, and he sent a chart showing Bitcoin's value in US dollars. Just demonstrated that it is not the final, best step. It looks like this will grow. As I've mentioned in my most recent video updates, and as I saw in his about 8-minute video, this would validate the first, more bullish scenario. He puts out great content, I won't rehash it here. But I wanted to share the perspective because I consider him to be one of the best analysts working today. According to his analysis of the market at present, we are at the outset of this wave. And in the not-too-distant future, at $40,000 per Bitcoin, we will be recognized. Even while it would be nice to know the market agrees with me and I have Bitcoin, I'm not particularly enthusiastic about the cryptocurrency. However, the XRP I possess is one of the coins I am most enthusiastic about, and its price movement has my attention. I think it's important for the XRP community as a whole to support Bitcoin, whether or not individual members of the community are personally invested in or enthusiastic about the cryptocurrency. In addition, there was something else I wanted to mention briefly, but definitely mention. According to the headline, a trader who predicted the cryptocurrency market will crash in 2021 now believes a sustained Bitcoin price increase to new record highs is possible. According to the trader who predicted the crypto market meltdown of 2021 with uncanny accuracy, Bitcoin's price behavior indicates that a sustainable bounce back to its all-time highs could be started. The weekly momentum for Bitcoin continues to be strong, according to legendary analyst Dave the Wave, who tells us 143,000 followers on social networking platform X that a new push to Bitcoin's current all-time high is possible. Dave the Wave frequently employs a variant of logarithmic growth channels, LGC, that he has developed himself. That seeks to identify market cycle peaks and valleys while ignoring short-term fluctuations and noise. Since the price of Bitcoin appeared to have appropriately marked to the bottom in late 2022, you have been referring to the bottom strip of the LGC as the purchase zone for longer-term holders. And so here's the quote, shorter-term volatility is always the most difficult to forecast. Get ready for a roller coaster ride. Bitcoin's weekly momentum is still up, despite a decrease in the daily trend. With price remains in the LGC buy zone, longer-term investors may be able to ride a wave to new highs. I feel it's important to bring out that this is yet another well-regarded crypto industry analyst. To be honest, I can't remember him ever bringing up XRP. But I constantly encounter what he has shown. Even still, there are times when I do promote his work on X social networking site. But it's another beast in fact, at this point, honestly, it's more difficult to find an expert who doesn't think in the relatively short term, we're going to be hitting a new all-time high for Bitcoin. Does it indicate you agree with the majority that it won't happen until next year, or that you agree with the minority that it won't happen until the first half of 2025? Fine. We're now entering the exciting phase. Now, for most of the last year and a half or so, in particular, after more than 2 years, it's fair to say that seeing prices go nowhere hasn't been the best part. Right. But now that we've been here for a while, we've reached a crucial stage. We have remained on an upward trajectory despite the many setbacks we experienced over the summer. And if crypto market cycles are here to stay, well, everything points to what is probably a great surge to the upside. So I'm delighted I'm positioned properly. So, in terms of crypto leads, I'm ready to go, and I hope everyone else is too. That is all I want to say. A famous analyst forecasts an XRP bounce when whales move millions of XRP, according to a recent Times tablet headline. Again, if they weren't not especially dishonest, this wouldn't be occurring. Supportive of XRP. What's more, in the future, whales won't act like the limited retail speculators who rush into positions out of fear of missing out and then sell in a panic. According to the following article, well-known crypto analyst Ally from Ally_charts believes that increased whale actions and positive shifts in market sentiment would lead to a recovery in XRP prices. The expert speculated that the heightened interest from major players would portend a price rise for XRP. The analyst notes an increase of whale transactions within the XRP ecosystem, despite the fact that XRP has been trending downward for days. And fair enough, I will still observe that XRP has increased by a little over 21% over the past 30 days. However, the original post can be seen here, and this is a chart of the price of XRP. Interestingly, the data also reveals that a whale transaction is one that exceeds $1 million. So certainly them smashy whales moving around a bit here, but check this out. And, by the way, you can't use more than one of these per day. I'm pretty sure they're daily candles. I find it difficult to make out the colors as they currently appear. However, I think these are candles you use every day. Anyway. As a result, Ollie penned the following. There has been an increase in whale transactions and their holdings of XRP over the past 10 days, despite the fact that the price of XRP has fallen by 18% over the same time period. Time is the devil's shield. To me, however, this is more of a foregone conclusion than a mathematical certainty. But I'm willing to wager that it's been more than 6 years since I first arrived. And now, at long last, I believe that we will in fact receive ours. Considering how much the price of XRP has been artificially suppressed over the past few years, it's no surprise that I was considering this earlier today. In today's market, what would a fair price for XRP be? Would the SEC have stepped in, otherwise? Simply said, I have no doubt that it would have set a new record high by then. So even if you suffered a loss of more than 80%? Imagine if that held true. Who knows where those tens of thousands of dollars would have gone if they had been spent instead? What would the equivalent be in modern currency? Even if we're talking about a severe decline, I'd make a guess that the answer is yes, and that it's at least a few dollars. Today, you're referring to the 62 cents that existed at the time this recording was made. And that stinks as much as that stinks. It does represent opportunities for individuals who are seeking further exposure at lower pricing. Due to the fact that the top 10 digital currencies can only contain so many different coins. The top 10 is correct, of course. However, these companies have relatively small market values. The reason is that you can see that some coins are quite reliable. There is also no upside to ETH, Bitcoin, and similar cryptocurrencies. Those, too, are in my possession. Let me simply add that keeping an eye on the top 10 and crypto won't always work. I mean, let's skip ahead 10 years. 10 years from now, do you think the top 10 list will include a large cap coin worth $10 billion, $20 billion, $30 billion, or perhaps $40 billion? Not in my opinion. The idea is that XRP is yet another major cryptocurrency. You'll see that there are only 3 coins directly above it, with the exception of Tether. That's Binance Coin, ETH and Bitcoin, the chance to have a large cap coin, which I think, for me at least, instills confidence that the fact that it's been here after over a decade speaks to the degree to which it's been deemed legit and useful and solid, because otherwise it wouldn't be in the top 10. So, it deserves a lot of attention. With a market worth of only $33 billion, XRP presents a rare opportunity to partner with someone who has a proven track record but limited access to capital. Don't give off the impression that the SEC swooped in and did what they did because it sucked donkey balls. You can quote me on that. Because I don't think for a second that FX or B hit a new all-time high last cycle as I think it would have. I don't think we'd be sitting here at 62 cents. I'm trying to be a glass half full kind of guy by saying that it does create opportunity that otherwise would not exist for certain people. Sure, but I bet there were a lot more people there. So even while there's a retreat, there'll be folks in it under those circumstances that are not in it now. For obvious reasons, 2.5 years of price suppression can't be undone in an instant. However, the market will correct itself, and the opportunity is present, so the policy can be considered successful. So, there you have it, just my 2 pennies worth for the day. Since I'm not a financial expert, you know you shouldn't act on any advice I give, right? Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.